Hello there, in this video I'll be showing you a simple yet awesome 2 GCD nuke combo for Samurai in PvP. You can use this in any of the current PvP content, and best of all, you can dish out a monstrous amount of damage, usually killing opponents solo or taking them down to extremely low HP values. We'll be covering how to do the 2 GCD nuke, Shoha and meditation stacks, general playstyle for usage, and by the end of this video you'll be able to use a simple, fun and effective burst that dishes out high damage in Frontlines PvP. Now we'll get into the details of what makes this burst super high damage, but on a base level the 2 GCD nuke for Samurai on paper looks a little bit like this. Your first GCD is a Madari, followed by an off-global Shoha, followed by your next GCD which is a Tsubame Gaishi, and then finally followed by your next off-global Smite. 4 skills in total, under the guise of 2 GCDs, which dishes out an insane amount of damage. The main thing we need to understand here is the effect of Shoha, the off-global ability we are using between the Madari and Tsubame, as this is one of the most important parts of the combo. Shoha scales in damage depending on how many stacks of meditation you have. These stacks are built up every time you use a Madari or a Tsubame, meaning that once you have 2 or more meditation stacks, you are free to begin 2 GCD nuke, knowing that you will put in the highest amount of damage possible within those 2 GCDs. Let's take a look at how much damage Shoha does with 1, 2 and 3 stacks for comparison purposes. For this burst to work well, you need to make sure that the Shoha you put between the Madari and the Tsubame is at 3 stacks. This means starting at 2 stacks in your combo or storing 3 stacks for later and using them for your big burst. You will end up wasting a Shoha stack if you start with 3, but it's not a big deal when you're in a mode like Frontlines, but something you need to consider a bit more when doing a mode such as Feast, where a bit more focus and concentration on the burst is needed. Feint is an additional PvP ability that I recommend placing before you begin the big burst, as it will increase your overall damage output by 20%, giving you much more of a chance to get a killing blow. Having looked at the considerations and tooltips for the required burst combo, let's take a look at it in-game as a final example. So first, make sure you are sitting at 2 or 3 meditation stacks. If you're in Feast, 2, if you're in Frontlines, 2 or 3 is fine. You get this by using a Madari or a Tsubame, so build it up throughout the fight and you'll be pretty good to go. If you're using Feint, make sure you apply that first. If not, you can go straight into your combo. So start by casting your first Madari, as we can see here, and as soon as that Madari GCD ends, you're going to want to apply that 3 stack Shoha, so you're getting a lot of upfront damage with those 3 stacks. Follow up with another Madari by using Tsubame, which will essentially replay the last ability you did, and finally use Smite. Smite does more damage the lower health the target is, so this comes at the very end of the combo because you would have taken a lot of damage from them, so your Smite has a really good potential to hit extremely hard. I hope you found this mini guide for Frontlines helpful, and if you liked the new style of video design and the way things have been animated in or composed, let me know. It's a style I'm thinking of going for PvE and PvP stuff in the future, especially in expansion. If you liked it, give it a like. If you didn't, dislike it. And if you want to see more of this sort of stuff, you know the usual stuff they spout. But yeah, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one. For now, I am out.